morning.
Good morning, Shiv. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you.
Can you shall we start?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, great, thank you. So, can you just brief about yourself, overall experience and relative experience?
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is 5 years experience, and I worked in various fields like sales, insurance, banking, HR, and my last project was into medical domain. I'm highly skilled in using Power BI for data visualization and analysis. So this includes creating interactive report, dashboard, connecting to various data sources, including SQL database, and implementing complex data transformation, like by using calculating decks. And for SQL, I have a deep understanding of SQL, including complex query optimization technique and database design principle. And I'm proficient in writing advanced SQL queries to extract, manipulate, and summarize the data for relational database. I have started my career in 2007. My last project was basically for the Netherlands based client called into manufacturing of medical equipments. So they are specifically into neuro and sensory. So we were building an analytical solution that can give insight about the product performance, like licensing of software, risk analysis, security for application. For that, I was using import mode, and data source was SQL, Jira, and GitHub. And for the KPI, we were showing high, medium, low performance for the Black Duck and Coverity. So Black Duck and Coverity were the two software there where all the product performance was coming into the Black Duck and Coverity. So that data we have to show into my dashboard. So that I was showing through the streak bar chart, low, high, medium performance. And for the Jira, I was using the line chart there, and those filtration we were using slicer, like to do, done, and on process, showing the task.
Okay, so what is your current team size and role?
See, for the Power BI developer, I was the individual contributor. SQL and Azure, we had the data model engineer there, and I had my manager there. So for the Power BI developer, I was the only like source there.
Okay, and what are the different data sources you have used in Power BI?
I have worked on SQL, Jira, GitHub, Excel. So for Excel, I have worked on mostly the data sources. If you talk about, I mostly data source I have used SQL.
And what is the biggest PBIX file you have worked on?
PBX5, like I worked on like more than 1 million data there.
Okay, so on Power BI side, what are the different data transformation you have worked on?
Address different data transformation I have into the Power BI Power Query,
Yes.
into the uh, removing the column, adding the column, and like doing the column name change. These kind of the transformation I have done.
So if I have a column that has alphanumeric value, okay, and that column has some preceding zeros, and that zero does not make any sense, so I just want to get rid of them. So can you write some formula to get rid of them?
A DEX
And this
query.
thing, yeah, whatever, whether text or in Power Query Editor, you want to write some M query. So I have pinged you the sample, okay? So can you write something to just get rid of these preceding zeros?
Like
Yeah, this is just a column value. Rest is fine. I just don't want to see these preceding zeros, the beginning zeros.
okay. We can use a trim start column name, and then zero we can mention. We can remove. We can mention like proceeding zero. We can put that trim start column name, which column we are removing, and then we can use the zero there. So then it will remove. We just have to
Okay,
trim function there.
you have to use the trim start.
Yeah.
That will work. Okay, great. And what are the common challenges that you have faced so far with Power BI report development?
Report development, I have initially faced the challenges understanding the data. If you have the like a proper understanding of the data, what the end user want, and if you're get the main problem I received the getting the correct like correct data set. So like sometimes the data set is coming from the different sources. So what we have for the resolution of this, we have assigned like the problem I informed to the stakeholders. So this is the problem what I am facing. So what they have done is they have assigned a particular resource, so who the one person will collect the data from the all the department. He will do the all the transformation, then I'll receive the final transformation, so that would be the calculation would be happen rightly. So this is how I have solved the like resolve the data set. And like when you have the large data set, often we can use the when it will load slowly, then it will cause the delayed action. So we can what we can do is for the we can remove the unnecessary column there. And we can pull out the data whatever what is the data is only required for us. So so it will help us out to like it will not create in further the optimization, or like it will not create the error later in the process.
Okay. Let's say you have written the query on DB side as well, right?
Yes.
So what are the different kind of joins available?
Joins: inner join, outer join, left outer join. So these kind of the joins are available. Join it written that I have matching values in the both the tables. So it will then there we use the inner join. And for the left join, we can return all the record from the left table and a matching record from the right table.
Okay. So I have two tables, table A with column A, table B with column B. Table A has just two record, 1 1. Table B have just four record, 1 1 1 1. I'm just pinging you as well for the reference. Okay. You need to perform A left B, A right B, A inner B, A outer B. Can you write how many records I will get in each scenario? You just need to say the number of records. A left B 1 record, A right B 2 record, A inner B 3 record kind of. Okay.
Okay, let me write it. So this will come.
Okay. So left 8, right 8, inner 8, outer 8. So in all scenarios you will get 8 records.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I have another problem. There is a table which has employee ID and manager ID. And I want to know that who is the manager's manager of employee A. So can you try to write SQL for it?
Okay.
So are you clear with problem first?
Yeah. You have the employee ID then manager ID. So for that, you need a SQL for that.
Yeah, so I just need to know that who is employee A's manager's manager.
It's with joins or without join?
You decide how to find it.
Okay.
Table has employee ID, table has manager ID. You can assume any other columns you need.
Okay.
Okay, so employee left join employee M1. Okay. So first manager ID equal to employee ID, then again manager ID equal to employee ID. Okay. First employee ID equal to empty. Okay, great. I think this will work. One thing we could have done is like applying employee ID equal to a very first
Yes.
table so that would improve the performance of the query. Okay,
Yes. Understood.
that's fine. Let's moving back to the Power BI. Okay. So,
Okay.
have you worked on Power Automate or Power Apps?
Power Automate and Power Apps, I do have the idea about it, but I haven't worked on into the Power App. Like you will get the you can drag and drop the, and you can create the for the mobile use, and you can drag and drop the visuals, so you can so people can utilize on their phones as well, or as an app as well. I haven't worked on, but I do have the knowledge about it a bit, like theoretical knowledge.
Okay. And how much comfortable you are with the decks?
Dex, I'm comfortable to writing Dex query. If you given the scenario, I can write Dex
Okay.
function.
So, if I need to calculate a YTD sum, can you try a dex for it?
Yes, this will help.
Okay. Total YTD, and then you pass the date, that will work. If I need to calculate a cumulative sum,
Hmm.
so first of all, you understand what is cumulative sum?
Yeah, cumulative sum, when you went to, like, it will be the running total, like keep running tally or value from the beginning up to the current point of data set.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. So can you write a dex for cumulative sum?
Yes, let me write it. This will help.
Okay, so all date, and then you've applied filter on date is less than equal to max on date.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not sure whether it will work, but because date will give you current row, date will give you the maximum row, and I it's like 50-50 for me to confirm whether this will work.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move to next question. So, what are the some of the optimization technique that you can use in Power BI to improve the performance of the report?
Performance optimization will for the performance optimization we will use the star schema. Like it will simplify the for the data model side, for the we can use this star schema. It will simplify the relationship using a fact table and a dimension table. We can remove the unnecessary column, or keep only required column, and reduce data volume there. And for the storage purpose we can use calculate we can use calculated column in Power Query instead of dex wherever possible. And we can replace string based key with numeric keys for the relationship. And we can remove the, like we can remove reduce the volume. Like we can apply filter into the Power Query. We can load only relevant data using filter at a source level. We can alter transformation we can do into the source level, like SQL file or the Excel. And whatever the changes we want to do, make it on the Power BI, into the end, being the end user into the Power BI side. So that changes we can do into the source file only. We can create a, for that we can create a data model. So how many columns we need to require, being in a into the RPT layer. So into the stage layer or the core layer, what changes we want, so we can get those column into the RPT layer. So what happened is all the changes will happen into the SQL file or the Excel file only. So the data, then it will then it will help us to reduce the data volume into the Power BI desktop side. And we can like pre-aggregate the data at the source for the larger data set, and we
So
can
have you used incremental load?
incremental refresh you are talking about.
Yes.
So yeah, incremental refresh, where you don't have to refresh if you have the years of data. So you don't have to refresh the whole data. You just select the range, with this date to this date we I want to refresh the data. So there you use the incremental data.
So have you used it?
No, my data was connected with the direct query source. So it was get, whenever I put refresh, it was refreshed automatically there.
So you are using direct query not always.
Most of the time I have used direct query and the SQL file as well. I have used for the my previous organization I have used the incremental refresh as well from this date to this date.
Okay. Have you used the row level security?
Yes, a row level security is where you can you can restrict the data access for the particular user, where the this particular user will use you can filter out the data according to the department or the country or the region wise, where you can put the row level security where the data will be accessible for the assigned user only. So it will happen on the dynamic and the static wise. So dynamic we can it is restricted data when you can fix the data there, so it will not implement it will not change dynamically. And the another data another process is dynamic. So into the dynamic RLS enable it enables filtering based on the user login. For example, filter row based on user principal name, sorry, username.
Okay. And is there a way to implement column level security as well?
Column level security, but yeah, we can do the column level security as well. We can use the conditional measure, like preferred. You can control column visibility by the creating measure with dex that conditionally written value based on the user's role. You can have the table with the sensitive column like salary, and you want to restrict access to it. So we can
Right.
create a role with the dex filter, like for example using principal name or a security label. So it will be replace the sensitive column with the measure. So it will help like a salary visible if user principal if the then we can put the manager name, and we can some employee salary or a bank detail. When this user will help us out to like original column to visuals, that way we can do.
Okay. Moving towards the some of the last questions, again related to Power BI only. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you written the custom SQL queries in Power BI, like while writing the direct queries?
Yes, I have created the custom SQL query you're talking about.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I have done that.
Okay. And have you faced any challenge where your data model was taking too much time to load?
Yes, I have I have faced the time where the data model is taking so much of time to refresh. So what done is the problem was there the visualization side. Well, into the my Power BI dashboard, so many visuals were there. What I did is, well, I have I have run performance optimization for the visual. So I have seen which visual is taking so much of time. So that practice I have done. So then what I did is the visual was overlapping to each other. We were using the same day dashboard for the last 4 5 years. So many visuals were there, which
But
was
how can we find that which visual is taking more time than other?
so if you will run the performance optimization visual there into the Power BI desktop only, it has an option performance optimization. So that when you run it, so it will show you the details like how which visual is taking so much time with the with the seconds as well. So it show it you that way. So you can I what you can do is if the visual is what you can do is which visual is not you what visual is not you are utilizing for the so many times, so that which visual you can remove, or we can you can remove if the some important visual is there. So we can do the we can do the we can replace that visual with another visual. So that we have done so my problem was there. So many visuals were there but overlapping to each other. So unnecessary visual I have removed. So it is start refreshing to the end user, and they were easily accessing to the refresh data there.
Okay. And have you worked on any other tool than Power BI?
I have learned Tableau, but never got the chance to work on that because my both the organization were working on the Power BI side. But for the uh, to adding on the new skill into my resume, so I have learned the Tableau there, but yeah, they were not using Tableau, so not implemented anything into the power into the Tableau side.
Okay. Any on the coding side, any language, scripting language?
No, Python I have learned. If you talk about working experience, I do have only working experience into the SQL and into the SQL, Excel, and to the Power BI side. Not worked on that. Apart from that, I have learned Tableau and Python.
Okay, great. So I think I'm good. That's all from my side. Nice talking to you.
Same here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Shiv. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.